Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. David Bailey. Feels weird putting a Mr. in front of my name. It doesn't feel right. I will be your instructor for English 1101 Online, Fall 2020. Very excited, obviously, because it is my job and it's something that I must do, and I must be excited about it. Anyway, I thought it would be kind of nice for me to begin the semester with just a short video introduction, giving you a few insights into what this class is going to be like online and how I'm going to roll it out. The primary way I like to teach online classes is through YouTube. I like to record lectures live, off of the cuff. If things get weird, they get weird because, I don't know, there's something just kind of nice and fun and raw about a live recording. You feel like, I'm talking to you. I can address things that are going on in the class, and you get to see me be just kind of me, right? So the plan for this class, most of the material is going to be based upon 10 to 20 minute videos twice a week. I plan on posting these videos, creating them and posting them on Tuesday and Thursday. And these videos will discuss concepts, assignments, and answer even some questions that you guys have had. For attendance and all that, all you have to do is watch the videos, and I try to embed in the videos some type of discussion question that you'll go in and answer in the general discussion thread every week. I'll have a general thread for questions and answers for you guys to utilize the first day of class. And then as assignments roll out, I'll create more forums just to discuss those assignments. I really try to keep the discussion forums contained. The few online classes I took when I was in college, there was like 50 forums that you had to go in and interact with. That's a pain. I don't like to do that. It's a lot easier to just kind of go in and get the information for how much you've interacted with a forum over the course of a semester rather than spreading them out. So I really am trying to think very hard about keeping this easy and accessible. If you have any trouble with the YouTube videos at all, please let me know. I try to write up a general summary of what goes on in the YouTube videos and kind of include the key points with every single video, especially if it pertains to due dates, changes to assignments, and basic points. I believe you should be able to get a transcript of the video using the YouTube software. I need to go and verify that. I might need to turn it on before I record. There's still a lot of troubleshooting that I have to do. This is the third semester that I've had full online courses. So, obviously I'm still kind of learning myself. I like teaching online. I've done it before, but I've never had to do it with this much intensity. As far as beyond the weekly discussions, there's going to be 4 papers. Now, I don't really like the schedule I've laid out for us, so I'm very likely to change it. So please keep up with the videos to see where exactly we're going and what we're doing. Typically for 1101, I like to create a nice big portfolio with a lot of your writing all contained in one place. That's an easy thing to do for a face-to-face class. But for an online class, we got to simplify it a bit. Normally, I'm a teacher who likes revisions. And I like for you guys to engage with writing as a process and to do drafts and drafts and drafts and drafts. That's how I like to do it, but that's not the best way of handling an online class, because when you start having that many papers to grade over and over and over again, it gets to be quite tiresome. So what we're going to do this instead. There's 4 essays that we have to write before we get to the big research paper. I don't like the term essay. I use it just because it's a convenient term. These assignments are all going to have very specific identities. I'm going to ask you to write very specific things. I will give you guidelines on how to write those, questions to answer, things to think about, strategies to use. For the essays leading up to the research paper, you will submit it. I will grade it. Now, the way that I handle grading, if you do not have good grades, like if you keep pulling C's, a couple of D's on your essays, which is very, very likely because I can be a bit of a monster when I'm grading a paper. All that's going to do is affect the length of your research paper. So if you get a bunch of grades that you're not satisfied with, if you want to make up for those grades, add more material to the research paper. So if you get all A's for all 4 essays, you only have to do 4 pages. But if you get a couple of C's, that might raise it up to 6 pages for the research paper, and that will go and bring the rest of your grades up. That's how I like to do it, right? That's how I like to kind of put in a little bit of like revisionary stuff, because the final research paper, I will let you revise over and over and over again. You can actually submit that thing as many times as you want. And in the last 2 weeks, I'm going to stop doing regular video lectures. I'm going to completely stop just so that I can do more appointments over Teams or do phone calls so that I can help you revise that thing to get to that full length, right? And then you can use that to boost your other grades. And I'll tell you as we get towards the end of the class, how many pages you need to get the A. And that's kind of how I like to factor in for a real revision mechanic. I'm trying to think if there was, let's talk about Teams. I'm going to require, let me go back up. That's why I like live. I'm going to offer weekly Teams live sessions on Monday. I'm thinking I have to kind of stagger this because there's 4 online classes in the fall. So I might do 2 classes at a time, which is going to be a little chaotic, but it'll help me a bit in the end. I'll write up a schedule for how we'll do Teams meetings. And I'll walk you through that. I'll send links to your email to click on to join a Teams meeting. Teams is a live session where you can get on with your webcam, or you can just phone in with your microphone and we can actually talk. I don't like to teach on Teams because it's I prefer to teach like this. Having the material where you can just watch the video over and over again, if you don't understand it, it kind of works. And the students have really appreciated the way that I've done YouTube videos in the past. But with Teams, that's a chance for us to discuss assignments and to address questions. So if you've got something that's really bugging you, something you don't understand, you can bring that up in the Teams meeting and I'll be happy to help you there. It makes a lot more sense to do it that way rather than teach in Teams. So I don't want to require attendance to the Teams meetings because it's an online class, and part of the benefit of being in an online class is that you can go through it at your leisure, right? As long as you get in twice a week to watch the videos and respond to that one question before Friday, you'll get your attendance and you'll be fine. You'll be keeping up with the course at that point. Deadlines are extremely important. I'm going to set up the drop boxes so that they will close when the deadline happens. If you miss the deadline, I'm sorry, you get a 0 for the assignment. That's going to add pages to the research paper. So the more assignments you miss, the longer your final paper is going to be. So anyway, I thought it'd be good just to kind of like throw out how I'm gonna grade, how the class will go on. And here at this juncture for the first week, I'll do a second YouTube video on top of this one that will have a little bit of actual instruction. But when you log into the class, I wanted you to get this. This is our introduction. For your first attendance, please go into the course General Questions and Answers forum and just introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself, blah, blah, blah. You'll be counted as attending the course. So on that note, if anyone knows what this is from, put it in the forum. And this thing's awesome. I'm anxious to see if anybody recognizes it. Anyway, I think that's good for now. And I'm looking forward to teaching you guys for fall, and happy writing.